There's no shortage of excitement around the latest and greatest full suspension bikes, and we're all for that. But it's easy to forget the simplicity and versatility that a hardtail mountain bike offers. There's not much you can do on a full susser that you can't do on a hardtail, and we reckon during the wet, muddy, wintry months, a hardtail is difficult to beat. I met up with former World Cup racer, Irish downhill champion and Red Bull Rampage podium finisher Glyn O'Brien to chat all things hardtail. So Glyn, is the hardtail the perfect winter mountain bike?
I think so, yeah. It's pretty close to perfection if you ask me. It's really good for keeping the skills up, so if you're getting a little bit rusty, it's good to jump on the hardtail and get out there and just fully send it. It definitely keeps the skills sharp, keeps your eye on the trail, makes you read the trail in a completely different way than you would do on a full sus. So yeah, good to spend some time on the hardtail during the winter.
Is it wrong to assume that a hardtail is just for beginner riders or someone who's got like a low budget coming into the sport?
No, definitely not. All my friends ride hardtails. They've been racing bikes for years, and they would tend to spend a lot more time riding their hardtails during the winter, or even just jumping on the bike just to go down and ride the pump track or the dirt jumps. So they're very versatile. It's not just like you have to go and ride a trail centre or you have to just ride cross country just because it's a hardtail. But there's so many more things that they can do, whether it's street riding if you're into that, you know, dirt jumping, or you just want to go up and kind of like an enduro style ride where you just want to ride up and then drop a seat and then just send it back down again. So they do cover everything and really good fun as well. So no matter what you're doing, you can have a blast on them.
And do you think every rider should ride a hardtail before they move up to a full sus? Does a full suspension bike make you lazy?
Definitely, yes. So if you've just started mountain biking or you're just getting into it, your kids are getting into it, put them on a hardtail first. Spend a few £100 on a bike, make sure they learn all the fundamental skills through a hardtail, and then progress onto the full sus.
Conditions in the winter can be brutal on the bike. They can wear away at your parts. Is a hardtail better than a full suspension bike for that?
Definitely. Hardtail has less moving parts, so less things to go wrong, so less crap and crud to go around your bike and destroy bearings and seals and all that sort of stuff. So it's good to get out there on the hardtail, send it through all the mud, puddles and crap of the day. Just have a good mud guard on there first. That definitely keeps the skills refreshed, keeps the smile on your face too as well. Good fun.
Are punctures more likely to happen on a hardtail than a full sus because you send it into stuff that you might roll through on a full suspension bike?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, they are. You do have to really allow for that, and that's why being able to read the ground and sort of getting a feel for the bike and what you can and can't do on a hardtail as well. So even if you can get something like the Nuke-proof ARD system where you can put that in and you can actually run lower tire pressures as well, so it'll get your tires to hook up on the turns a lot more, and you'll not puncture as much, so you'll get a better feel for the ground. And it definitely teaches you manners on how to ride a bike properly before you go onto the bigger bike then.
Yeah, we've been up and down the trails today. I've never heard so many screams and shouts coming down. So
a lot of
they're definitely
today,
fun. Yeah. Awesome. Is the hardtail the perfect winter bike? Have you got one as part of your collection? Let us know what it is in the comment section below. So wait for him to shut up.
Is that a hardtail? You just haven't seen me?
I lost my dangly bit. There's no shortage of excitement around the latest and greatest full suspension bikes. There's not much you can do on a full susser that you can't do on a hardtail, and we reckon during the muddy...
Fire alarm.
Is it a fire alarm? Not a lot you can do on a full susser that you can't do on a hardtail, and we reckon during the wet... We met up with downhill world... I met up with former World Cup racer Red Bull... I met up with former World Cup racer, Irish downhill champion and Red Bull Glyn O'Brien chat. I met up with former World Cup racer, Irish downhill champion. Are you it, I'm done. F this. Is the hardtail the perfect winter bike? Have you got one as part of your collection? Let us know in the comments section below.